as their quarterback, number 12, Nate Adams, is one of their main stars. So I'm sure we'll be calling that name a lot here. All right, it is tipped, set on the left hash, and it is up as a short pooch kick, picked up there by number 60 for the Eagles. He's going to bobble it on the floor, on the field. Clay County says they have it, and they do.
You know,
Pacey Staples got it, I think got a little too excited with that one here, Luke.
I don't know if that might have been the idea there, the onside, and worst case scenario, one of the linemen gets the ball, and talk about one of the worst way to start. You know, you had a fumble in the kickoff last week, and same thing happened here tonight.
So Clay County will start their first possession on the Westmoreland 40-yard line. Westmoreland essentially forfeits their first opportunity with that fumble. Once again, Pacey had it, but he just probably should have just fallen down the ground and held on to it and kept it.
Yeah, he should have. I think he was trying to make a play right there.
Nate Adams, once again at quarterback for Clay County. Running back right by his hip, sends one in motion, goes to number 1, Adams, around that right end. He's going to be tripped up and finished off by number 21 of the Eagles, Cade Perry.
You know, as he came down there to the right side, Gray, he was blocked by his man, but he was able to just go low and trip him up, and that allowed for the tackle to ensue.
Gain of 4 yards for the Clay County. And so it's going to be 2nd and 6. You got Nate Adams will be at the quarterback position. Nolan Adams is number 1. Those are the one that's brothers. Nate Adams takes a snap, hands it off inside, looks to run downhill. It's number 23 for Clay County. He's going to be wrapped up and thrown by Daniel Forsman. He ends up going for a loss on it, as that was Aiden Soto for Clay County. Daniel Forsman threw him, and I think they should give him a loss because he then started back up again.
You know, it took 3 Eagles to finally get in there and get after him, but, you know, when you have that many guys just halting forward progress, eventually someone's be able to get in the backfield and get him, and it was Colton Seisman who was finally able to get him after Forsman threw him off.
Absolutely. So the 3rd, and it looks like they put him right back at that line of scrimmage with that forward progress, so it's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 34-yard line. 10:15 to go in this opening quarter of play. As Clay County loads over to the right, Nate Adams sends Nolan Adams from right to left. Looks like a little bit of confusion. Clay County will take their first timeout here of the first half. We'll take it with them on WHNradio.com. Nate Adams in the quarterback spot for the Bulldogs. Ready for the shotgun snap. He'll take it. It's over his head. It is bounced at the 50 and takes a Clay County bounce right back to Adams. And so he is able to scoop it up.
And
Go ahead. You're about to talk with the helmet, I imagine.
Yeah, you know, Colton Sizemore's helmet come flying off, so he'll have to take a break for a play. But also right there, Eagles showed a 4-man rush, and they eventually sent Lilly as a disguise man, but snap just went way over the head.
So the ball is now on the 50, and Clay County will be forced to punt. Cooper White standing at the 20-yard line of the Eagles. Snap is away, and this one's high too. Adams has to try to get a hold of it. He's going to end up throwing it, trying to throw downfield. It is out of bounds. There's no one in the area.
And you know,
that should be, I would imagine, to be intentional grounding.
You know, that's the same thing I was thinking. There was no one near, but that senior Ben Maxfield, 2 snaps have just went over the head, back-to-back plays.
They're not going to wait to see. Looks like they're going to let it go. So the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Officially their first possession, led by senior quarterback number 5, Jacob Richardson, who sends White into motion. Hands it off to White in the motion, get around that right side, cuts up field, finds a couple yards of space. He'll get about 3.
And, you know, that's something that they're going to like to do this whole entire game with Cooper White, run him on the outside. Because this Clay County team, they're not as fast as Macon County was last week. So the speed of Cooper White could really be a good weapon for the Eagles so far tonight.
We'll give Cooper a little closer to 4 yards on that first run on the evening. And Evan Gross comes in with the play. Evan's going to run out to this left side now. 8:45 for the Eagles. Dylan Cook is wide to the right. Richardson in kind of the pistol formation. Takes a snap. Hands off behind him. Cuts up field. Gets a whole lot of room to run. That is Sizemore.
And, you know, that was a great lead block right there by the tight end, Peyton Dickens. He was able to come over, and he was able to help Wyatt Kurt on the left side of that line and open up that hole.
And that was enough for an F&M Bank first down for your Eagles all the way up to about the 36-yard line. 8:25 to go in this opening quarter. Still 0-0 as the Eagles fumbled the kickoff. Clay County was 3 and out, and Eagles have their possession now. Sends one in motion. Richardson's going to keep it, try to go right up the middle. He'll get several yards on it, and really gets 1 yard of it just because he falls forward and he's so tall.
Great play fake right there by Richardson. You know, he hung on to the very last second before he ripped it out and put it up. And also on the far side of the field, it's getting a little chippy out there. Senior wide receiver Clyde Benson was into it with a Smith County safety back there, but
Clay County.
Clay County. But there was no flag. Official was right there, too.
Nothing doing. Jacob Richardson now going to be in tight on the snap. 2nd and 5. He's going to take it, hand it to Cooper White. Cooper White trying to follow his blockers around that right side. He'll get a couple yards out of it. Not much, though, on that right side of the edge.
Yeah, and they just blew it up from the get-go right there. Pacey Staples wasn't able to get up right there after, I think, Clay County sent a double team on him in the inside of that line.
So it looks like we got 3rd and 4 for your Eagles. Richardson going under center. Wing T tight formation. Sends Cook in motion. Going to toss it to White coming around that right side. Trying to break free. He's going to be swarmed by a group of Bulldogs. No gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down for the Eagles.
Clay County was not fooled right there. They tried to do a little play fake and try to draw some attention to Cook, who was trying to run over to the left. And White was going to keep it right, but Clay County, good awareness right there. Keep their eye on the ball.
So kind of in a little bit of no man's land here, about 35, 36-yard line. And so the Eagles look like they're going to keep it 4th and 5 and take a chance for the first down on this side of the 50. Too far for a field goal, a little too close to try and punt. Richardson takes a snap. He's going to keep it and roll out to the right. He's going to push forward. Ball is loose. He is down. I don't think it mattered. I think he is going to be short of the first down, and the Eagles will turn it over on the 4 downs with 6:22 to play in the opening quarter.
I think what happened was Richardson, he tried to stretch out to go get that first down, and that might have been where they knocked it out.
Now look, I mean, I'm a little surprised just because looks like we're going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll get a couple words from our sponsor here, and then we'll be right back with what I am surprised about, Luke. And so we'll be right back with these words on WHNradio.com. 6:22 left to go in the opening quarter. We're back from the short little water break as Clay County has taken over on downs. Nate Adams in the quarterback position. Takes a snap, another high snap, but this time he's able to bring it down. Throws the slant across the middle, is going to be incomplete. Deflected by Eagles number 52, Hunter Gray.
Great play right there by Hunter Gray. And all week, I've been hearing from the linebacker core and Ethan Graves, Grant Lilly, and Gray about how Smith County loves to throw that slant. Clay County.
We'll deal with Smith when we get there. They're not to that point yet.
Clay County loves to throw that slant.
Absolutely, and a nice short load, quick action. And speaking of which, it was one of those, we were talking about that 4th and 5 play for you Eagles. I'm a little surprised they didn't let Jacob put it in the air.
You know, I am too right there, especially with the choice, at least not, maybe give a carry to White right there or anything. Let's see.
Adams ready to take the 2nd down snap, 2nd and 10. Snap is low, picks it up off the ground, hands it off inside. He's going to be wrapped up. That's number 23 for Clay County. He's met by a flock of Eagles, led by number 7, Cooper White. Aiden Soto with the carry.
Center right now is struggling. You know, it's low, high, it's everywhere except for where it should be at this point.
And I would almost imagine it's hard for me to imagine just because I hadn't played football at all, but like a person who can't make free throws and keeps getting fouled and keeps getting put on the free throw line right now. So a gain of about 2 or 3 on the play for the Bulldogs. So it's 3rd and we'll call it 8 for Adams and company. You got 15 seconds left on the play clock, 5:35 to go in the opening quarter. Two receivers wide to the right. Adams takes the snap. He's going to keep it rolled towards his left. He's going to throw it in the flat to his tight end there. He is met and brought down by Daniel Forsman.
And that was a great play right there, but also the corner on that play, Cade Perry, he was able to realize where the chains are and let his receiver run that route and rely on himself to make that tackle.
There is a flag on the play. Ineligible man downfield, it appears, on Clay County. Now Westmoreland head coach Chad Perry faced the decision, does he want to take the down and go to 4th down, or does he want to push them back for the yards?
I think you just got to decline this one here.
They are going to decline it, and it will be 4th down. And that seems to be Coach Perry's preference. Like that's his MO, that if it's one that you're going to put to 4th down, he will generally decline that penalty to and take the down in that case.
He will, and Cooper White, he's lining up back deep, and last punt, the snap went high and gave the Eagles great field position. We'll see what happens this time.
Absolutely. Adams is ready to take this snap. It is a slow snap hit to him, but it does get to him. It is a low line drive kick, takes a bulldog bounce all the way to the 36-yard line. I want to remind you that F&M Bank is proud to be a Sumner County High School football presenting partner on WHIN. And during this entire season, F&M Bank is proud to again sponsor first downs. Every time your Eagles gain a first down during the season, it's an F&M Bank first down. F&M Bank, banking made easy on purpose. A proud sponsor of Sumner County High School football on WHIN. Visit them online at myfmbank.com. So the Eagles will take over here at about the 37-yard line. Richardson will go under center. Cooper White goes in motion from left to right. Is going to go to Cook instead. Or I believe that's Martin. And not a whole lot of room there for the junior running back. That is Dylan Cook. I was right in the first place. That's for the senior running back.
There was no room right there whatsoever. They might have even lost a yard or two on that one. And, in practice, about half of the time, Cade Perry was taking snaps from the quarterback position. So we'll see how much we'll see of that tonight as they debuted it last week against Macon. And it did have some success.
Richardson in the shotgun. You got Evan Gross that's wide to the left. Cooper White in the slot on the left side. Richardson sends White into motion from left to right. There's the snap. Richardson rolling out towards his right. Looking for White. Not going to be there. Then he finds him late. Right on the sideline. Is complete for a gain of about 7 yards. Will be 3rd and 6.
Great pass right there by Jacob Richardson. Just White did not give up on it too early. At first, White was covered, and the guy that was on him eventually tried to rush up and go up and try and get the quarterback, and that's whenever Richardson was able to fire a strike in there on the sideline.
So we'll call it 3rd and 7, 4:12 left to go. Still a 0-0 game here in the first quarter. Well, he's at the 41-yard line for your Eagles. Richardson in the shotgun. He's got Clyde Vinson here wide to the left. He's going to send Dylan Cook over there next to him in the slot. Richardson takes a snap. Going to fake the handoff. Going to keep it. Going to pitch that to White. Long pitch. Gets to him. White makes one man miss. Gets up to about the 47. It's going to be awful close. That first down. Where the referee is, though, I think he's a little short. And he's going to call it short. It is 4th and 1 for your Eagles right at midfield at the 46-yard line.
And, this will be interesting to call
I don't
by
think they're even having to make a decision. They are going right to the line of scrimmage. Jacob Richardson's going to be under center. Not a whole lot of confusion here. Richardson takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself to the left side. He's going to get to the 49, and that is plenty for an F&M Bank first down for your Eagles.
He got enough right there with the quarterback sneak, and what a great play right there. Cooper White, he had 3 guys in the secondary, and there was no one to block for him, and he was able to make a move to get down just about to that first down, a yard short, but Jacob Richardson was able to come and get the first down.
So it is a 1st and 10 for your Eagles, just on their side of the 50 at the 49-yard line. 3:20 to go in the scoreless first quarter between Westmoreland and the Clay County Bulldogs. Richardson now in shotgun. Got Forsman and White, sends White from left to right. Going to fake the handoff to White and keep it himself up the middle. He's going to get clocked pretty good by a defensive lineman for Clay County, but not before a gain of 4 yards for the senior quarterback.
That's something they're trying early here, and that's just getting some disguises, faking the handoff to White and Cook and just running Richardson right up the middle, and it's had success so far.
So we'll call it 2nd and 7 now, as Richardson is in the shotgun. Cooper White in tight in the formation on the left. There's a snap. Richardson's going to keep it, going to throw in the flat to Dylan Cook out on the right. Cook cuts back to the middle of the field, is going to run down the sideline, and that'll be enough for another F&M Bank first down. But there is a flag on the field, and there is an Eagle without a helmet.
That's Brady Graves, and I wonder if this might not add some additional yardage. We'll see.
2:25 on the F&M Bank first down catch reception for Dylan Cook. Waiting to see what happens here, as once again Brady Graves' helmet was off on the play. And that has been 2 Eagle helmets that have come off here 10 minutes into this game.
Yeah, and it's hot. Everyone's sweating a lot right now. And the big hits by Clay County. And, of course, every time a helmet comes off, your player has to go to the sideline for at least one play.
So that'll be interesting to see here. Now, and Luke, I'm going to have a little bit of lack of knowledge here for this. Looks like it's going back on the Eagles. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles.
And that'll back them up right there. And
so it'll back them up. And my belief is, I believe the down counts. And so as they bring it back here, I'm trying to see if they do change it to first down. So I believe Dylan Cook's catch and run still counts. Now it's set up to be 1st and 15. So they didn't move any chains.
They lost.
So they did move back to second. So they took it back. So it is going to be 2nd down and 15. So I guess erase the excellent catch and run by Dylan Cook, as Jacob Richardson now will go into center, 2nd and 16 from their own 43. Handoff goes inside. Short gain for the Eagles. That is number 3, Evan Gross, I believe, that had the carry. And 44, Grant Lilly with it. Evan Gross is the last one up from the stack.
Yeah, they're spreading the ball out right now, giving a lot of guys different carries. But that big front of tackles for Clay County side, they're getting right through our offensive line. They're able to get in the backfield.
So it's 3rd and 13, back on the Westmoreland side of the field on their own 46. Richardson in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide, 1 on each side. Jacob takes a snap, hands off to White. White has some room on that right side, cuts back upfield, breaks free for just a moment and just enough to get an F&M Bank first down for your Eagles. What a run by Cooper White.
You can say that again. What a play right there by Cooper White. And 3rd down and long, they had to kind of spread out their defense to account for what could have been passed. And that was a great play call by Coach Perry to run White down to that right side in his speed. He was just able to get the first down.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Westmoreland. 1:15 to go in the first from the Clay County 38-yard line. Play comes in. And let's see, it looks like Richardson is in the shotgun, but I will note Kate Perry is on that side. There we go. We're going to go Wildcat with Cooper White. And Westmoreland will take a timeout on it. We'll take it with them here on WHNradio.com. I certainly agree. So coming out of the timeout, Richardson's in the pistol. Now he's going to go back out wide right. Cooper White is coming in on Wildcat. White takes a snap. He's going to run to the left side, follows his blocker, cuts back upfield. He's going to get tripped up after a gain of a couple. Looks like maybe a gain of 2.
That was a great play right there by the safety. Clyde Benson, he did his job blocking on the left side, but that safety was able to come down, and he was able to trip up White and allow for reinforcements to come.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 with 29 seconds left to go. The Eagles do need to snap it one more time here on the quarter. Richardson be under center. Wing T formation. Cooper White goes in motion. This one's going to be faked. Pitched out to Cooper White. White trying to get around the edge on that right side. He's going to be able to, but then pushed out of bounds. It's going to be short of the first down.
And, you know, that speed right there, that's just something you can't account for right there. Cooper White, he is fast. It looked like the corner right there might have had an edge on him, but Cooper White was just able to outrun him to that sideline.
So it is going to be 3rd down, and they are going to have to snap it again with Cooper running out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 for Richardson and company. Once again, still 0-0 here in the first.
You know, this has been a good job so far on this drive, able to stay ahead of the chains.
Richardson under center. Once again, the wing T formation takes a snap. Going to hand it to Sizemore. Sizemore lowered his shoulder. Ball looks like come loose. Let's see what the referees call here.
We'll see. Coaches think that Clay has it. No signal yet on the field.
Coach Clay, I thought one of the first signals I saw from the referee was down towards the ground, meaning he was down. And they're not going to point another direction, so I believe it's going to be in. They turn the down to 4th. And they're going to change the quarter as it's the end of the first quarter here on WHAdradio.com. Westmoreland and Clay County in a 0-0 tie. So it is 4th down and 2.
We'll see what they elect to do right here. You know, I think you got to get the ball to Cooper White, because they're going to make a change.
Apparently there was a equipment malfunction, something Carson Borders had. 55 checks in for him. That is Easton Morris, the sophomore lineman. And they're going to be able to send him right back out for Borders to come back into the game.
You know, they definitely want Borders blocking. He's one of their premier offensive
Especially
linemen.
in a 4th down spot like this. You do. Richardson's going to be under center. He's got Lilly and White behind him. Ball goes to White. White cuts back upfield, has some room to run. Makes one man miss at the 20. Cuts back upfield towards the middle of the field, towards the goal line. He's in. That is a Trevecca Nazarene touchdown for Cooper White and your Westmoreland Eagles, as well as the William Styles and Country Financial first score of the game.
What a play right there by Cooper White. And we just talked about what a hole open right up there between Carson Borders and Pacey Staples right there in that A gap. And that was all White from there.
6-0 now, pending this extra point by Peyton Dickens. Cade Perry will be the holder. Snap is away, set, kick is up, and it looks good. And with that, your Westmoreland Eagles strike for their first score of the game. And I would remind you that William Styles with Country Financial is your insurance agent in Hendersonville and Sumner County. William and his team bring you the Eagles' first score of the game. Let William and Country Financial help prepare for your future with insurance protection to achieve your financial goals. William Styles is proud to sponsor Sumner County High School sports on WHIN. And so what a impressive first drive. Looks like it is number 1 for Clay County. Nolan Adams in the back of the kickoff return group. As Dickens gets ready to boot this one away, and we're off again. Low line drive kick. He's going to bounce in front of Adams, taken there at about the 10. Looks to go right behind his blockers up the middle of the field. He's going to be met and slowed down by number 23, then tapped by Dickens and finished off by Matthew Martin.
Matthew Martin, he has been a special teams hero for the Eagles. Last week, he had a couple of big kick returns, and of course, they were kicking away from Cooper White. And special teams, that is his specialty.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're going to be at their own 33-yard line.
And, you know, we'll see right here. This is a big drop, too, for Clay County trying to answer the Eagles' score.
Clay County has had to punt the ball twice in their 2 possessions. as Nate Adams in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to fake the handoff. Keeps it. Looks at it. And he's going to throw this one long. Has a man. It's going to be deflected and defended well. Daniel Forsman with the play.
Great play right there by Forsman. And great ball judgment right there. He was able to judge it, get right under the ball. And the receiver right there ended up having to play defense.
Nate Adams going for his brother Nolan Adams on the play. And I believe Daniel Forsman did a good job in his scout. He knew that pass was coming his direction. He was ready for it.
Yeah, he did. And something interesting the quarterback from Clay County does here is each time he's rolling out for a pass, he does kind of like a 360 spin move when he's setting it up.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 as the Eagles lead 7-0, just freshly into the second quarter of action. Play comes in. They've got 7 seconds to get to the line of scrimmage and snap it. So Clay County's going to have to hurry here a little bit. Sends in motion. There's the snap to Adams. He's going to hand it off inside, wrapped up and spun around. That was Grant Lilly with the tackle on Aiden Soto. What a tackle.
What a tackle. That was all Grant Lilly. You talk about a solo tackle right there. And, you know, Grant Lilly, he was able to just blow past his lineman and blow that play up in the backfield. And it's now 3rd and long after 2 plays.
So a loss of about 2. The referee's going to stop action here. And he's going to go talk in the middle of the Clay County group. And so Clay County kind of had a similar moment for what we had a moment ago. When Carson Borders went out, someone came in, and Carson Borders came right back in for him. Clay County had a similar thing. Number 28, Worm Smith was coming out for Waylon Cherry, and then also, that's a great name, by the way, Worm Smith, to be able to use, goes right back in and changes back out. So 3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs. Adams takes a snap, looks downfield, rolls out towards his right, looking downfield, met and turned back around. The Eagles are chasing him. He's got some room to run down that sideline. He's going to be met and brought down, finished off, I believe by No, it wasn't Sizemore. Who was that over there?
I think it was Forsman that came up. And originally he was in man coverage with a guy, but the safety Richardson, he was able to help him out in the backfield, which allowed him to come and make that tackle, make him short of the first down.
So it's going to be 4th and 4 on the play. Cooper White is back now to receive the punt.
And you know, he's not going too far back there. He must be anticipating a short punt here.
The Eagles switch around the defensive line real quickly. It was a short punt last time when he kicked this one away. The first one was over his head, and he had to just throw it incompletion. This punt is well away from Cooper White. It takes a Bulldog bounce, and will be ruled down at about the 21-yard line. I want to remind you all, as we are in the Ponce Law Justice for All broadcast booth, as is 1st and 10 for your Eagles. Richardson takes a snap, throws a short slant. It is complete to Eagles. I didn't see which number it was.
That's 84, Josh Benson right there.
Joshua Vinson with the fresh off of his intro back into the game for us. He is a F&M Bank first down for your Eagles. Perfect timing on that one, Luke. I couldn't time that one better if I tried to.
That's a great way to start this drive off. And a little weather update. The wind is starting to pick up here in Celina.
So it is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Eagles. Richardson takes a snap, hands that off inside. That is to Sizemore. Sizemore will pick up a couple on the play, maybe 3.
You know, good carry right there by Sizemore. Just way to stay ahead of the chains. 3 yards, 4 times the first down.
It looks like they're going to give it a little less than that. Oh, there they go. Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and about 7 for your Eagles. Richardson's still in the shot. Richardson's going to be under center now. Takes a snap, hands it off to White. White trying to get chased down from the back, and Clay County will catch him from there. It is still a gain of 1 on the play.
And yeah, that's busted coverage right there. Cooper White, that's a good job to get back to the line of scrimmage, though. And he's watching damage control. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down, and we'll call it 6 for your Eagles. Westmoreland leading 7-0 over Clay County. 8:35 to go here in the first half of action. As Luke said, the wind has picked up and is going in the direction of your Eagles right now. So Richardson sends White in motion. Going to fake the pitch to him. Going to keep it good around that left side. Spins one time around 1, and he is dropped after another one. It's going to be a gain of 3 and it'll be 4th down and about 3 for your Eagles right at midfield.
You know, their carries have not been very flashy, but they've been getting yards, and it's fourth and manageable now.
Well, it's going to be 4th and 4, and it's kind of an interesting spot as it's right at midfield at the 49-yard line of Clay County. It seems awful deep to go for 4th down to me, but that's why I'm up here on the radio and I'm not wearing the other headsets.
And you know, another good thing about this is the defense, they can't just sell out for the run or sell out for the pass. They're going to have to kind of split their guys and play for both of them, which that could leave a hole open for the Eagles to take advantage of.
I think the Eagles are going to take a delay of game penalty here, and so they will back it up 5 yards.
And, you know, Peyton Dickens, he's got a leg on him too, so that might even help him out, give him a little bit more room.
Give him a little more room and a little more space to drop it in there. So it will be 4th and 9. I know you remember this. Remember a couple years ago when the Titans and the Patriots played and you had that little back and forth with delay of game penalties and false starts, and snap is to Dickens. Dickens boots one to the right side, bounces at the 15 and is going to go through the end zone for a touchback. Once again, he was kind of helped by the wind there, and I think it went a little too far for where Dickens wanted it.
Yeah, that wind pushing the ball down right there, and it did. It looked good. Bounce looked like 3 yards inside of that pylon. So they'll get to start at the 20, but that's a win for the Eagles on field position-wise. Starting from your own 20 is good.
It is, and so far the Eagles defense has played exceptionally well, as Clay County has gotten very little done on offense to this point. But with Nate and Nolan Adams there, you know that it's a ticking time bomb if you're not ready for it.
And, you know, a great job of the Eagles, too. They gave up that opening kickoff fumble, but they didn't let that get to their head, and it's been better since then. They're able to carry momentum right now.
Nate Adams in the shotgun. 2 receivers wide to the left. There's Snappy. Picks it up off the ground. Has to run it himself, trying to get around that right side. Gets around Forsman. Forsman reaches to strip him. Will bring him down instead, out of bounds. A gain of about 7, maybe 8 for the Clay County Bulldog quarterback, number 12, Nate Adams.
Risky play out there, but Forsman, he was able to slow him down enough. And
well, they're going to slow. Actually, I guess he went out well before that point. It's hard to tell because it was the other sideline from us. Ended up being a gain of about 5.
Yeah, that's a great play out there by Forsman, and he's done really well against Macon, and he's continuing into this game. Forsman, secondary-wise in coverage and the run game, he's been great so far for this team.
And another timeout is going to be taken by Clay County. It is their second of the first half. And we'll take a quick break with them here as Westmoreland leads 7-0 with 6:58 to go here on WHN Radio. You want to make sure you tune into that on WHIN Radio if you're interested in those high school sports updates for all around the WHIN network. Adams takes a snap. He looked to hand it off somewhere. Now he's going to be running himself on that left side. He's going to drop the ball. I believe he recovered it himself. That is going to be enough for a first down for the Bulldogs around that left side, all the way out to the, we'll call it 35, 36-yard line.
That was a good run by Adams, but it was tough yardage right there, and they're making every yard count right now for the Eagles.
And it looks like they're going to be, I guess there was a penalty here, which is, I'll take it.
False start, they say it from Clay County side. They did let that play go, though, but it's still going to back them up 5. They will keep the down, so it will still be second down. It looks like it's going to be about 10.
So, yeah, 2nd and 10 now. We'll back up those 5 yards. And that's got to be disheartening for a player like Adams, who had just made a great play, great individual effort to get to the first down, and none of it counted.
You know, that's a real drive killer right there, too. Backing them up right there whenever they thought they had the first down.
2nd and 10 now on their own 20-yard line, back to where they started the drive here after the Peyton Dickens touchback. Adams takes the snap, hands it, a little double reverse, coming back the other direction. It is number 1, Adams, well guarded by your Eagles, finished off by Peyton Dickens. He wasn't fooled at all. Nice job by the senior.
He wasn't. That was a great job just to surround the ball carrier right there. Any way he went, he was going to face a Westmoreland Eagle. And that's something this team does defensively so well. The first guy may not get to him, but he'll stop him to allow reinforcements to come in.
3rd and 6 now, and that false start penalty really looming large now for the Bulldogs as they're deep in their own territory. 3rd and 6. Adams has one wide on each side. His brother Adams here on the left. There's a snap. He's going to look out this way, look to throw it in the flat. It is complete to number 9 for Clay County. That is Reese Adams, one of the other pairs of Adams here.
And, you know,
and that's enough for a first down.
That'll move the chains. And Coach Harris, he was testing that. He was sending them some heavy packages out there trying to get that pass rush and stop the run right there. And they were able to bite him right there with a quick pass, but we'll see how we adjust to that.
All the way to the 38-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. 5:26 to go. Once again, your Eagles leading 7-0 here out at Clay County.
And I think right now he might back up and he might give his safety some cornerback help here now. Sorry, rather give his corner some safety help.
Adams has his receivers out to the right, takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Soto. Soto's going to be brought down, single tackle by Dylan Cook. Nice job, another good senior tackle.
Great awareness right there again by Dylan Cook. They tried to run the fake, and Peyton Dickens had the guy that was on the fake. Cook had the guy that was the ball carrier, and he's able to make a good solo tackle right there.
Checking in the game for your Eagles is number 74, Brady Graves, is going to go on the defensive line now.
And that's a good thing the Eagles have, too. They have different guys that can play up here on this defensive line, including Colton Sizemore and Robert Todd and Staples and Graves and others, which gives them the breather on a hot day like this.
Very, very useful on a hot day like this. 2nd and 8. The Eagles shuffle their lineup there on the D line. There's a snap to Adams. Adams is going to keep it himself. Throw it in the flat. Is bobbled there by Reese Adams. Tackle from behind and caught by number 52, Hunter Gray. But that is enough for another first down for the Bulldogs. Right out to midfield on the 50.
These quick passes, that's the second one they did on this drive. And he was going to figure out a way to stop it here. As that was great speed right there by Gray. He was able to tackle him before he got up the field, but could have been bad right there if he wasn't able to trip him up.
So 3:50 left to go here in the opening half. Your Eagles leading 7-0, but Clay County is driving from the 20. They're now at the 50-yard line. Adams takes a snap, rolling out towards his right. Being chased by Sizemore, cuts back upfield, has to throw the short pass. It's complete and breaks free of that first tackle.
And you know,
go see where they put him.
I think they're going to give him well over that first down. And Clay County here, same thing happened last year whenever they came to Westmoreland. You know, they had to give up on the run. I think it was more in the third quarter, but now it looks like they're airing the ball out now, and they're having the Eagles on their toes.
Sideline warning on Clay County. After, looks like they're going to credit about 8 yards. That last reach didn't count for them. So they're going to be just shy of the first down. We'll call it 2nd and 2. With 3:32 left to go. As one of the Eagles thought they had pretty well sniffed out, but he broke free there in the tackle on the sideline.
Yeah, and that was a great job by the quarterback right there, Adams.
2nd and 2. A little tighter formation. Run back to his side. There's the snap, going to hand it off on the inside. He'll be tackled from behind. I believe that was Nolan Adams with the carry. Tackled by Brady Graves and number 56 of your Eagles, Ethan Graves.
You know, he's a junior. He's going to experience a lot more playing time here tonight, especially because of how hot it is. They're going to bring in some guys in and out, including Cook and Gray, and that's where he's going to have his moment tonight.
But it is a first down for the Bulldogs as that clock continues to run. 3:15 left to go. They're just inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Adams has 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. His running back now right beside him is Soto. There's the snap. Adams has a corner blitz coming. It's Forsman coming after him. Almost gets to him. He drops it off to Soto, and the Eagles finish him off there. Gain of about 4. But, Daniel Forsman came so close on that corner blitz.
He was, and he took off there like a bat out of Georgia. Corner blitz right there, and he was able to hit him, but the quarterback was able to stand through it and deliver a pass. Looks like we have a Clay County lineman down.
A Clay County lineman is down. We'll take a quick moment with them here on WHNradio.com. Bulldogs are back out after the injury timeout. 2:40 left to go in this opening half. There's the snap going to go to Adams. Adams seemed to never get his footing going. Finally brought down by a flock of Eagles right on the line of scrimmage. Looks to be number 50, Malachi Cho, not number 50, that would have been probably 58. Carson Board is one of the first ones off the pile there.
Borders, Graves, and Sizemore down there. You know, Smith County, they're running 3 receivers out wide to the left, so that defensive line was a little bit hollow, but that was a great job by the front guys up there, able to close that gap real quick.
So it is 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Adams sends his one man from right to left. He got 4 seconds on that play clock. Adams takes the snap, rolling towards his left. Going to throw it short. It's complete to Nolan Adams. Nolan Adams is grabbed by Forsman from behind, held onto, and finally brought down from behind. Finished off by number 21, Cade Perry. But that is enough for another first down for the Clay County Bulldogs.
And it seems like Clay County has found something here with these quick passes outside beyond the numbers. And that's the 3rd time that's resulted in a first down on just about the same play.
So it's 1st and 10. A good drive here for the Bulldogs as they are on the Eagles side of the field, just inside the 20. I believe that's about the 18-yard line. 1:10 to go in this opening half. Westmoreland still leads 7-0, but Clay County is threatening. Adams takes a snap, keeps it. He's going to try and get on that right side, finds some room to run, and is going to be tripped up there just outside the lines of scrimmage, but there is a flag down on the field.
It's going to be holding on Clay County, and that'll back them up 10. And, you know, that was their first snap inside the red zone. And we'll see how it is. They're getting down here in Eagle territory, and the field's starting to be shortened.
So we're going to back this one up.
Looks like there's a little rain now coming down here in Celina. Has fans starting to ace the stands, starting to get mixy up
They're
here.
going quick. Like this is looks like it's coming. It's a little spot shower coming down pretty good. These people are hustling to get underneath the overhang here.
But we aren't.
We're good in our little box here, aren't we, Luke?
Yes, we are.
We are here for you every step of the way, Eagle fans. 50 seconds left to go. Adams takes a snap. He's going to be rushing the backfield. Ball's loose on the field. They're going to call it a fumble. That is a slim chicken sack. We will give it credit for that. And the Eagles come away with the fumble.
Big play right there. 41 seconds left to go before the second half. And that was Hunter Gray, the quarterback rearing back to pass, and Hunter Gray knocked it right out of his hands.
What a play by your Eagles. Once again, Clay County marching down the field, and if you heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. It's a lot easier to move between the 20s than outside the 20s.
And, you know, that pass rush right there finally got to him, and that's going to stop what Clay County had as a good drive running down in there. And the Eagles are going to get a turnover here, and they have a chance to score. We'll see what they elect to do.
They have 2 timeouts. 41 seconds to go. Richardson takes a snap. Looking to his left. He's going to air it out to the flat there to White. It's going to be picked off. Going down that right sideline. And what a play there by Grant Lilly to save the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a big play out there for him to save the touchdown. Richardson just didn't see that sophomore corner, Cole Eads.
And so 31 seconds, what felt like a sure thing going into halftime all of a sudden doesn't feel as sure, as we are now 1st and 10 for Clay County after the interception at the 16-yard line, which is about where we were just a few moments ago.
You know, just gave it right back to him. And we'll see now, 31 seconds left. Clay County still has 2 timeouts. So anything's open in their playbook right now.
Adams prepares for the snap. Takes it. He's going to keep it. Roll out to his right. Spin back. He's going to air it out towards the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. He was hit on the play. That's number 52, Hunter Gray. Got in there another time on the quarterback.
Hunter Gray's getting there in the backfield, and that's the third or fourth time he's got hit there in the backfield, so we'll see how he adjusts his play style from that.
It's 25 seconds left to go. Eagles still trying to hold on to the 7-0 lead. This score will be even worse when you remember that Clay County will be getting the ball back to start the second half of action.
And what's interesting is they're driving down this field, and the wind and rain is blowing against them right now.
It could end up being important. We'll see. 10 seconds to go. Clay County subs in late, and they'll have to take another timeout. We'll take a quick one with them here on WHNradio.com. So coming back out, Adams in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to look for himself. He's going to be going back in the pocket. Cuts back right up the middle of it all. Comes to his left, trying to find an opening. He's going to be tripped up. What a play by Cooper White.
Cooper White right there.
They don't have that timeout. They're getting back to the line of scrimmage to spike this thing as quickly as they could go. 6 seconds on the clock. There is a flag on the field. I believe the Eagles jumped.
I don't know if the Eagles jumped or if that's something
No,
to do with the spike.
They didn't set it long enough, so there's going to be a penalty on the Bulldogs.
And what a play right there by Cooper White. There were two guys. He overpowered both of them, able to get around and trip him up, and eventually he fell down. That play goes all credit to Cooper White.
And now we're going to see it is a false start. So they are going to have the down. So unlike NFL, we have the runoff if it's a running clock. That is not the rule in high school. So we are going to push back 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 15. But Adams will get another shot at the end zone.
Last play of the half here.
In the shotgun. It looked like he was starting to go forward, throwing it towards the back corner of the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. And that finally is how our half is going to end. They're going to be kicking left to right on your WHIN radio dials. This is Jeff Combs here with you with Luke Carter. Having fun with you every week that we can. As Dickens on the approach for the Sumner Coalition kickoff. It's a low line drive. They're going to skip along to the 15. Picked up there by Nolan Adams coming around that left side. Right back up the middle. Makes a little hop step and he is finally brought down. Looks to be number 15 was on top of it, Matthew Martin. And I believe that 45, Dylan Cook was the one that started that tackle. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at about the 40, 30, 27-yard line or so.
Forsman was also in there. How many times have we called Matthew Martin's name on special teams?
Just about every time a special team play happens, Matthew Martin gets brought up. Clay County moves their lineman around. Adams, who had found some things there at the end, in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Soto. Soto cuts back upfield. He is met right at the line of scrimmage. A great tackle there by Hunter Gray.
And, that was, we say his name a lot, but I'm going to say it again. Cooper White right there on the outside. Cooper White was able to kind of dig in. He made the runner cut back to the outside, and that slowed him down enough for Hunter Gray to come in there with a full head of steam and get him down.
So we're going to call it no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. If you're just now joining us, Westmoreland leads 7-0 as we just kicked off this second half of action. Don't forget here during the third quarter of action, I finally get to give an upset pick. We've got games by the time we get back again, Luke.
We do.
I'll have to give an upset pick. I'm looking forward to that chance here. Bound to go wrong, of course, but it's fun to do anyway. 3 wide for the Bulldogs. There's the snap. He's going to keep it and throw the slant across the middle. It's going to be complete to Nolan Adams. And he's going to bounce off several Westmoreland defenders before he's finally brought down from behind by number 56, Ethan Graves. And that's enough for a first down for the Bulldogs.
I've talked to Ethan quite a bit this week, and that's something he said a lot, that slant. Clay County loves to throw that slant, and they had it here now. And one run, one pass. And they're moving the ball efficiently, has it right now.
All the way up to the 47-yard line of Clay County, right by near midfield here at John Teeples Field in Clay County. Adams has his running back come beside him. There's a snap. A double reverse back to Nolan Adams. Nolan Adams cuts back upfield, has some room to run. He's going to be tripped up by Dylan Cook, but that's enough for another first down for the Bulldogs.
And right there, linebacker Ethan Graves, he lined up on the line, and, you know, it looked like they were going to run to the outside, but that was good vision by the running back there to cut it back in, and he saw there was no linebacker, and he got up in the secondary.
And so it'll be 1st and 10, 9:40 left to go in this third quarter. A couple minutes into the third. 3 receivers wide to the left for Adams. There's the snap. Pulls it back. Adams going to keep it himself, trying to get around that left side. Cutting back around on the outside of it, and he's going to be wrapped up by Cooper White after a gain of a couple.
I think that is Clay County player slow, walking back to the huddle right there, and short gain right there, and that was a good play right there again. You know, they really are using the sideline to their advantage, the Eagles are, so far this game.
So far, it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 7 now for the Bulldogs. On the Eagles side of the field, all the way at the 36. 2 receivers wide to the right, and of course, including number 1, Nolan Adams. He moves Soto up beside him. There's a snap to Adams. Adams is going to roll back to his right, going to throw it long. It's going to be almost picked off on the bobble. Cooper White had 6 if he could have pulled that one in.
And that was the problem right there. Cooper White thought he had 6, and he had took off before he had the ball. But still, great way to jump that ball right there by Cooper White.
Tipped off the receiver's hands. I believe the receiver was big number 9, Reese Adams. And Cooper White almost got it on the bounce. We saw him take a catch off a bounce for a touchdown last week in his touchdown reception. That one would have been just as impressive if they could have gotten it. Referee's going to stop the clock here.
And, you know, we'll see what the Eagles respond to here. They're throwing so many different coverages at Clay County. They really don't have a single thing that they can work with.
And that speaks well of Clay County's quarterback and crew leading them as they are able to adjust to all these different views and different defenses. That's a very talented thing for this quarterback and company. And as the schedule holds, we'll get to watch them again next year. Adams in the shotgun. It's got 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. There's a snap. Going to take the handoff, and he's going to drop it on there, and he's going to dive on it to save a couple yards, but I believe we'll be back to the original line of scrimmage. And what was a promising drive for the Clay County Bulldogs is going to stall out here at 4th down and 11. Adams going to be forced to punt on the Eagle from the Eagle 40-yard line.
Just a mishap right there by the quarterback. You know, running back, he may have let it go a little bit too long before he ripped the ball out of the running back's arms.
Adams looks to be ready to kick this one away. White is in the back to receive it. Adams standing at the 47-yard line. Step is going to kick it. It's going to kick off of his blocker, and it's going to take an Eagle bounce, and it's going to end up being a punt for -1 yards as his own blocker ended up blocking that kick.
And, you know, right there where they lined up, the punter, the protector right there, number 5 for Smith County.
Protector is a better word, but yes, that one.
Cole Eads, it's his job to take a step aside. But on the snap, he took a step aside right where that punter kicked it. So you can't really blame that on Cole Eads. That's just a mishap for Clay County. There's really no one to blame, and those are one of those mistakes. They're going to happen in a football game.
So Westmoreland gets the ball back at near midfield, about the 41-yard line, maybe the 43. Snap is away. Richardson's going to keep it. He's going to pitch that to White. White's going to try and get upfield. He's going to be tackled for a big loss.
And, you know,
and one of the issues I have there is Richardson has to look like he's willing to keep it.
He
to
does.
me, it looks like the entire time he was just waiting for the opportunity to pitch that. and never wanted to actually run it himself and ended up losing, looks like about almost 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, he didn't fake anyone out right there. They just stuck with Cooper White the whole entire time. And that might be what they say here. They might say, you know, we're going to stop Cooper White, and if anyone's going to beat us, it's going to be someone besides number 7.
Richardson's going to go under center in the tight wing T formation. White goes in movement. Going to hand it off inside. Leave it to Sizemore. Sizemore will get maybe 1 or 2. Not a whole lot more than that.
And, you know, the holes right there down in the interior line, they just collapsed right there. As Clay County, they're stacking it up right there. And, you know, their guys aren't necessarily as big as you would think an interior lineman would be, but they're strong in there, as you can obviously see.
So 3rd and 15 for your Eagles. I imagine this would be a spot where you could see Richardson put the ball in the air. There's a snap. He is going to hand it off instead. That is going to Sizemore. Sizemore trying to get around that right end. Not a lot of room there to run. Looks like he's going to get back to inside the original first line of scrimmage. But it'll still be 4th and long, and we'll call on Peyton Dickens to punt this one away.
Big punt coming up, and we'll see. You know, that was more of a give-up play on 3rd and long.
I don't know if they still have that interception in the back of their mind that they had right at the end of the first half.
And, you know, I'm a firm believer right there in that situation, though. Throw it as far as you can, and even if it is an interception, you know, it's a good punt. Yardage-wise, at least.
So Dickens will be ready to punt this one away. And there's a stoppage of play here. It looks like they're trying to get something to the board here. While they're doing that, I want to remind you that this season Slim Chickens again sponsors all quarterback sacks made by your Eagles on the WHIM Broadcast Network. We had our first one of those tonight. After tonight's game, be sure and stop by Slim Chickens for a sack full of the best hand-breaded tenders, perfect wings, sandwiches, or wraps. Oh, goodness, does that sound good. I'll finish that read here in one moment after Peyton's kick. Snap is away. Dickens steps, boots it. It's a low line drive. Going to bounce it to 25. Take an eagle bounce almost off the Bulldog gunner. And it'll be picked up there by Sizemore at the 18. But yes, those sandwiches and wraps are Slim Chickens. You can't go wrong with a sack of great food from Slim Chickens. Don't forget the Slim's app. Download it now for all kinds of great rewards. Hendersonville and Mount Juliet coming soon to Gallatin and Goodlettsville. I already have one Slim Chicken sack here on the evening, and now it'll be a wonderful time for another as Clay County starts their second drive of the second half with 6:25 to go on their own 19-yard line.
You'll see here, Clay County had a little bit of momentum as they got to around midfield, and then it all fizzed out from there. Looks like we have another stoppage in time here as the officials keep on having, I don't know if it's an issue with the clock or, I don't know. Looks like they're going to relay something to the coaches. I think it might be the game clock, too, as they're starting to talk about that down there.
I believe the game clock has been more of the issue right now more than anything, and they're trying to get it to start and stop. I believe that's where the problem's coming in.
I think our official might be coming up to the press box to manually do it.
I think he's mad at you.
He might be.
No, the referee is heading up this direction. He will be manning the clock from up here, I believe. So a little different of a scenario, but they just have to do what they do. So the clock will be manned by an official up here in the booth.
And, you know, this is going to give the Westmoreland Eagles a breather right here. Has 2 drives here, neither team really able to get anything going. And right now just staying stagnant. We'll see. We'll see. This will be a big drive right here, Coach Combs. See which team come out with the advantage here. And I'm interested to see on if Clay County is going to abandon the run and just start trying to go for the air right now.
Be interesting to see. They've had a lot of success with the ball going in the air, so it would not surprise me at all if they did.
But, you know, like you mentioned, maybe that interception was in the back of our coaches' minds. Maybe that near Cooper White interception was in the back of their coaches' minds.
We'll see what they decide here. They got 3 receivers wide to the right for Adams. Their snap is low. He's going to run towards the right side. He's going to be chased by a flock of eagles. Cuts back the other direction. There's Forsman waiting for him.
Great play right there by, we said his name again, Daniel Forsman, waiting for the play to come to him. He knows he can't go make a play whenever that ball's on the right side. There is a penalty marker down. We'll see what this one is.
Is a block in the back, it looks to be on Clay County. It's one of those hard ones when the quarterback changes direction that way. You see those kind of penalties a lot.
Yeah, that one's hard right there, especially for the offensive line, the block in the backs right there. You just, you got to be more disciplined right there. But that was a busted play from the get-go. We saw quite a few snaps that have even gone low or high, and it looks like they might even back them up a little bit more.
Here's another update from Celina County, which is really interesting to me. White House leads Liberty Creek 20-18 with 7 minutes remaining in that game.
We'll see there, Liberty Creek, they fell to East Robertson last week.
Which that didn't surprise me at all. East Robertson's very talented because they have all those Groves back again. And that's going to be a lot of fun here in a couple weeks for us. But I'm a little surprised to see that White House score. The White House over Liberty Creek. At this point in the game, there's still time left. There's a snap. Adams looking towards his left. Comes back towards his right. Going to throw it long. And it's going to be defended well by Forsman once again. This time intended for 33. That is Andrew Smith. Or 32, Andrew Smith, excuse me. And defended well by Forsman.
That was good coverage by Forsman. The ball, that was a great pass right there by Adams, and it hit him right in the chest. But Forsman, he was able to put a hand up, and, that may have altered the receiver's vision. You might not have been able to see that as well.
I'm a little surprised to see them keep going at Forsman like this. Forsman has been outstanding in coverage so far this season.
He has. He's been an island.
Now, I think part of that is, you pick your own poison. You want to go at Cooper White or Forsman, and I guess if I had to pick one, I probably would go at Forsman, but Forsman's been outstanding. It's a double reverse again. He's got a lot of room to run this time as Adams gets turned back and tackled again. It goes back exactly what you said. Hunter Gray did it that time, where he got in front of him, made him turn back into the action, but it was still enough to get a first down, I believe. It's going to be awful close. They're going to move those chains for Clay County.
And, that right there, the Eagles had 5 men in the secondary right there, at least lined up 10 yards off the ball. And that was just able to give a big enough hole for him to take advantage of and run right up the middle.
So 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Once again, Westmoreland still leads 7-0 in this game. Low-scoring, hard-hitting game out in the heat and the rain now of Clay County. There's a snap. He's going to give it to Soto. Soto's going to get around that right side. He's going to be tackled there by Hunter Gray after a gain of about 4.
We've said his name a lot tonight. His tackles, he's racking them up so far this game. Just seems like wherever the ball goes, Hunter Gray is there to meet him.
So second and we'll call it 6.
And every yard right now, the Eagles are making them fight for it.
Clay County has 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Adams. Adams takes a step. He's going to look at the left. That snap was timed well by Graves. It's going to be thrown out of bounds over his brother Adams. Nate to Nolan.
Great coverage right there by Cook. And also Richardson, that safety help. He was able to come down in the mismatch with the linebacker. And Hunter Gray, he was in the backfield. I think a Clay County player dished out a pretty good block, but he was there.
He was there. He timed that snap really well, too. It was a good block by Clay County, or I think Hunter Gray would have had our second Slim Chicken sack if it wasn't for that block.
And,
Sizemore checks in for Staples. A little more speed.
This is where games get won right here. Whenever it's sort of that lull moment in the third quarter, you got to stay on your toes right here if you're the Eagles.
To the right, 1 to the left for Adams. Adams takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, does his 360 loop to the right side, has enough for a first down on the completion.
Yeah,
I believe that was to Stevens or Andrew Smith once again.
Yeah, and those quick passes right on the outside, right at the chains.
Well, hold that thought because there's a penalty on the Bulldogs. And we're going to push this back. So that is going to be a legal procedure, as it's a 5-yard penalty. So it's now going to be 3rd and 10. So that first down is wiped away with 4:33 to go.
And, I'm interested right now with the motion that the quarterback's doing. After doing that little play fake, he always does that 360. I wonder what the motive behind that is.
I think a lot of it, and I go back to, as there's a stoppage action here again, that sometimes when you are like playing baseball, like you're playing shortstop, and you're going towards the hole or towards the middle of second base, instead of trying to throw across your body, they'll spin. This one certainly seems to add to it as Clay County Adams takes the snap, rolling to his right, going to throw it short. It's going to be tipped and complete to Adams on the tip.
They called his knee down because he's not going to get any additional yardage. But that was tipped right there. I believe that was 44 Grant Lilly on the tip. And that's unfortunate. It just landed right in the hands of the receiver for Clay County, Samuel Brown.
And so it is a first down for Clay County. And what a little way to start this action back up, as we're now 4 minutes to go here in the third. Reminds you, Westmoreland leads 7-0. Clay County is looking to drive once again. They are 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Adams takes the snap, hands that one to Soto. Soto trying to get around that left end. Not a whole lot of room there as he is pushed out of bounds by White. He does lose the football, but out of bounds, and it will stay for Clay County. Looks to be a loss of about 3 on the play.
It was busted from the get-go. And right there, the quarterback, he was indecisive right there. He couldn't decide if he wanted to run that or if he wanted to give it to his back, and ultimately waited too long. And the Eagles, they're able to get through that offensive line and get back there in the backfield.
The defensive line, once again, making it real tough to run on them. And that's always been a calling card of Ryan Harris and his defense is you're going to have a hard time running the football against us, and he takes great pride in that.
And what's interesting is, Coach, for a lot of this game, they've had Jacob Richardson kind of play that disguised look and kind of have him all over the place, and now they're really dropping him back at the safety position.
So 2nd and 13, takes the snap. He's going to pull it back himself. It is going to be a slant, and there is going to be a pass interference.
And, good call by the referee there. That was definitely passing interference.
It was, and they're going to push it. I keep forgetting on the call with high school versus pro. And when we think of pro being a spot foul, it is not here. I believe it's a 10-yard penalty.
However, it does give them a new set of downs, so an automatic first down.
It does end up in a first down.
15, actually.
15 yards. Penalty, it results in a first down. I'm not sure if it's automatic or the result, but either way, it is a first down for Clay County on the Westmoreland side of the field. About the 45.
Be careful with the mismatch right here with Dylan Cook. He's on one of their quicker receivers.
There's the snap. It is high. He's going to hand it off on the inside, and he's going to be met by Lilly, who's going to the sumo slam.
Coach, if you're familiar with Brock Lesnar, Grant Lilly just took him to Suplex City.
And so a tackle there, and it's going to be a no gain of the play. That was a pretty impressive tackle there by Lilly.
That was, and, that just put some life in here. Is this going to go for a loss? And Clay County, they're picking right off where they left off right before we got in this lightning delay as they're sitting here at around midfield, right just inside Eagles territory. But Grant Lilly, he stopped him in his tracks right there.
Clay County coach believed that should have been a personal foul as he is filling the official up with it. But nothing doing here as Adams gets ready to take the snap. 3 seconds on the play clock. There it is. He's going to roll out towards his right. Lilly is trying to run him down from behind. He's going to hit him from behind, out of bounds on the pass. And it's going to be incomplete and bring us to 3rd down and 11.
Quarterback slow to get up back there, but he is going to be able to get up. And, that closing spit by Grant Lilly, he is, he's a big guy, but he is surprisingly quick.
He's got a lot of speed, especially once he gets going, a lot of momentum, we'll call it. And he's certainly made his impact known here on this drive to start the second half. We'll start the second part of the second half, if you will, after the lightning delay with 2:19 to go in the third.
You know, it's getting late here. We had a full day of school today, and we're 10:30 here. And players, they're all still going strong out there.
Adams in the shotgun, puts his running back right to his right. There's snap, it is low. He has to pick it up off the field. He's got a little jump pass to Adams, and it's complete and brought down. I thought there was a push at the back. Nothing called there. He is going to be short of the first down. It's going to be fourth down for the Bulldogs, but it is in Westmoreland territory.
And you know, that low snap right there, that was some trust right there by quarterback Nate Adams and his intended target, Reese Adams. And because when he got up, he had no clue if he was there or not. He just had to throw that ball because the Eagles were in the backfield.
So it is fourth and about 2, and this could be one of the biggest plays of this game right now.
Stadium, as we're sitting here at John Peoples Field, it's starting to get loud here in Clay County.
4th and 2, it's on the left hash. Adams is going to be in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, including his brother Nolan. There's the hard count and gets the Eagles to jump.
It's Carson Borders right there. He's going to be called for the offsides. It's going to give him a fresh set of downs right there, and he's obviously frustrated with himself.
Now, there's a little discussion here, and I'm interested to see on this discussion if I thought it was on Eagles. They may say it was on, they're going to wave it off.
Wow. You know, that's a good call, though, because what I've always thought, too, is you have the opportunity, if you jump, to correct yourself and get back on. They had to snap that ball while he was over the line of scrimmage.
And so it is still 4th and 2. They're going to wave it off, and so the Eagles get another chance to make this stop. But now you almost, if I'm Clay County, I might almost do a quick snap.
Yeah, you know.
Because now Westmoreland's going to be a little more hesitant, I would imagine. I wouldn't be surprised to see a quick snap here from the Bulldogs.
See what they do right here, lining up in the shotgun.
5 seconds on the play clock as they get set. Getting in motion. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, cut back upfield. He's going to get plenty of moving forward before he's finally brought down from behind. I believe Carson Borders finished him off.
Carson Borders was able to finish him off right there. And, you know, that quarterback, he said, if no one else can, I'll do it myself. And he's able to pick up the first down as they're starting to march down here in Eagles territory.
Going to call 1st and 10 from the Westmoreland 30. 1:15 left to go here in the third quarter. Third quarter that has been delayed with the lightning delay for a little while there, but we are in the process of getting wrapped up as the clock does continue towards a minute. 3 wide right for Adams. He puts his running back to his right. There's the snap. It is low. He's going to keep it. Look at that slant across the middle again. It's complete to Nolan Adams going on the left side. Trying to get free. He's going to be brought down by Cade Perry. But enough for a first down for the Bulldogs.
You know, that slant right there, Clay County loves to throw it. And they just spread the field right there. They had 4 receivers.
So this is going to be first. I believe it's going to be 1st and goal from where it is. It's kind of hard to tell from our angle.
I think it's going to be inside the 10 to maybe around.
They're going to put it at the 4 on the scoreboard. So they put it on the 4-yard line. 1st and goal to go for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers wide to the right for Nate Adams in the shotgun. Moves his running back up to his left. I believe that was 2 in motion, but nothing called as the quarterback's going to keep it himself, cut back upfield, grab from behind. I don't think he got enough to get in. They're going to put him at about the 2.
And they switched that right there. They switched it into man coverage right there. You know, they had that zone with Dylan Cook, but he came up on the line of scrimmage to help with the run support, and Cade Perry was left all alone with his man.
So it's going to be 2nd down. We're going to say 2nd down and 2.
They don't have to run a play here before the third quarter. It's about a 4-second difference on the game clock and the play clock.
Right now, if I'm Clay County, I think I do want to run one, though. 2 receivers to the left, tight formation. Adams takes the snap. He's going to fake it and hand it off inside, and Clay County will punch it around the left end. That's number 21, Leighton Brown, with the touchdown run for the Bulldogs.
Clay County able to score their first points of the season, and it's a drive where they use the balance of run and pass perfectly.
So now it is 7-6. Little swinging gate set for the Bulldogs.
Clay County lost the game last year going for 2, and we'll see what they do here.
So there's one more running in there at the end for Clay County on this PAT. It is number 9 is low. He doesn't have it. Adams has to roll out to it. His right. Has going for the pylon. Going to dive it. What a play!
He did not get it. The referee signals no good. Wow.
Was that Perry that got him?
I didn't see who it was that delivered that shot. There was a lot of bodies over there. But whoever it was, they ripped off of their blocker and popped him in what seemed to be like a cakewalk run for the 2-point. Coach.
Bend but don't break. Goodness, we'll take a quick 30-second break to think about that one and see what we can figure out here on WHNradio.com. We're still trying to find out from our point of view, because it's the farthest corner from where our spot is right now, Luke, is where that tackle is made. The kick is a little pooch kick again. Eagles take it. This time he just sits right down on the field. I thought there was a pretty good block in the back there on Vincent, but nothing called on that.
Great awareness right there by the special teams hero of this team, Matthew Martin, able to get on that ball and slide down the heads-up play.
And so with that, it's going to end the third quarter with the Eagles leading 7-6. And just like always, another tight game between your Eagles and the Clay County Bulldogs. Don't go away on WHNradio.com.
We don't know who it was that made that play, but whoever it was.
I think it was Perry, but I'm not 100% confident. Well, let's see what the Eagles can do here as Richardson takes it, hands it off to White. White trying to get around that right side, jumps forward, just gains a couple, but there is a flag down and not in a very good area for your Eagles.
Looks like that one might be coming back here. And those holding calls, those are drive killers. That'll back him up 10 yards.
So he's going to push it back 10 yards. And so it'll be 1st and 20.
It'll be interesting to see how the Eagles adjust right here, too, as Clay County they found life in the passing game. And we'll see if Westmoreland, they're able to do the same here. As right before halftime, they had stuff going through the air, and then there was, of course, that interception.
It'll be interesting to see, because Westmoreland's kind of in that in-between of needing to run this clock down, but it's too close to just sit there and stall at this point.
You can't play keep away right now.
As Richardson sends Cook in motion, this one goes back to White. White up that right end, breaks free. 50, 40, 30, 20, has one more to beat, cuts back towards the middle of the field, and he's tackled from behind.
Coach, I did not like the way he went down right there. And penalty markers fly up. Cooper White slow. Cooper White's not going to get up. That was a rough tackle when he came down there. This is just pure pandemonium.
So White is down on the ground. There is a flag. It'd be interesting to see if it's a flag on the tackle, or is it a flag on retaliation from the tackle?
I don't know. Just got to hope Cooper White's okay right here.
As soon as we get a High Point Orthopedic Associates injury report, we'll be sure to let you know. But this is certainly a big concern for your Eagles, as he is one of the primary offensive pieces that we have, and one of the big places that we try and get the ball to. And you can see why on that play, Luke.
Yeah, and you can tell everyone's worried right now. All the coaches over there, and it looks like they might be stretching him out. Just got to hope it's a cramp. It looks like the penalty marker is going to be on unnecessary roughness on Clay County. So that's going to put them.
2 personal fouls and unsportsmanlike conduct all on Clay County.
So I don't know. Will that put him half a distance?
Cooper White is up walking on his own power. He just took a good swig of water over there. And the other side of it is this ground is still wet.
It is. So we'll see where they place the ball here.
Because everything's going to be half the distance to a goal, whichever ones they take. 'Cause I don't believe you can take all of those.
No, I think it should sum up here. 1st and goal around the 5-6 yard line.
And so they are going to, we believe we have to, this is the goal twice.
Now it looks like.
And they're going to place it. It's kind of like the old Price is Right game where you're watching the yodeler go up the mountaintop and see where they're going to end up. It looks like it's going to be first and goal from about the 2, which makes sense because it looked like he was tackled about the 8.
Cooper White, of course, still have to sit out for a play.
Well, that's probably all right now. Okay, so it is first and goal, 1, maybe 2 for the Eagles. They are in tight. I would not be surprised to see the long arms of Jacob Richardson come into play here.
I stand corrected. Cooper White's on the field.
Cooper White is on the left side of this wing T formation. Richardson under center. Going to hand it back. The Clay County was in the backfield as Grant Lilly had a chance for it. And Clay County stuffed it on the Grant Lilly run on that right side.
And, you know, that was scary right there. Any sooner, they could have took the handoff out of Richardson's hands. So we'll see here now. That'll back them up, but it'll be second and goal, and I think this has got to be 4-down territory.
So it's second and about 3. From the 3-yard line, 11 minutes to go here in the final quarter of action. The Eagles knocking on the doorstep. They're going to send Joshua Vinson wide to the left. Jacob Richardson is going to be under center in the wing T. Cooper White in motion. Cooper White's going to get it around that right side, trying to bounce off of one towards the pylon. And he's in. That is another Trevecca Nazarene touchdown for your Eagles to go up 13-6, pending that extra point. And, man, I'll tell you what, Cooper White is a trooper.
Cooper White is doing what it takes to win this football game, as he is limping back to the sideline here, but he's done what he needed to do, and he did it well. Is the extra point pending here?
Peyton Dickens walking this one off, and this would be a huge extra point for the Eagles to go up by 8. As the snap is away to Perry. Perry kind of bobbles it, has to pick it up himself. Throw on the fire to Dylan Cook. Dylan Cook trying for the pylon. He's going to be stopped as well. So that extra point is no good, and we'll call it 1 on the side. And it'll be 13-6 with 10:42 to go in the final quarter of action. Your Eagles lead over Clay County. Okay, so why not go for 2 there? And in the first place, without being a bad snap and trying to stumble it, go for 2 and get up 9 and make it a 2-possession game. The kick is for Dickens is a roller to Clay County. One of their up men do field it, but it bounces off their arms. He makes a couple of Eagles miss and still going to push forward and get a quality return out of it to just inside the 30.
And look who the guy was that finally was able to take him down. Matthew Martin again on special teams.
So with 10:32, Clay County has the ball 13-6 in favor of the Eagles.
And, you know, we'll see right here as Clay County, they got stopped by halftime. Clock ran out there. They got stopped by the lightning delay. But for the past little bit, offensively, they've been executing well.
They certainly have been, and I've really found something with those short passes in the flats. And so look to see they continue more of that here as Adams takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff. He's going to throw the pitch out wide to Adams, and Adams is going to be tackled for a big loss.
It's Daniel Forsman who's able to get him back in the backfield. And so Cooper White, of course, he got injured in that very last play. So another thing is, it's going to be Matthew Martin that's going to come in and fill his spot here on defense. They're going to let him have a breather. And, you know, Cooper White, he has sectioned off that whole entire part of the field this whole entire game. They didn't. I don't know if they threw at him once. And we'll see. That might open up both sides of the field now.
They probably didn't, and they did go at Forsman. Forsman made a great play there for a loss of 3. So 2nd and 13, 9:45 to go. Adams in the shotgun takes the snap. Looking over towards his left, looking to air this one out. He is going to throw this one long. Without White there, they go that way anyway, but Forsman was there to defend it, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the turf. 3rd down.
You know, it's 3rd and 13, and I wouldn't be shocked right here if they attack Matthew Martin here on the lined up on the left side last time. But another thing for the Eagles, I also wouldn't be shocked if Coach Harris sends the blitz here. Because 9:39, 7-point game. Things are starting to get interesting here in Celina.
Getting interesting. They haven't been more than a one-score game all game long here, Luke. It's now. It's been interesting all night here as they get the call into Clay County. 10 seconds as they break the huddle on the play clock. 9:39 to go. Westmoreland leads 13-6 and would love a big stop here. 3rd and 13. There's a snap to Adams. Looking to his left. He's going to throw it back to the flat to Soto. Soto's going to make 2 men miss. He's going to get down the sideline. Makes another man miss, and Perry. And finally pushed out by Carson Borders on that right side.
The play right there, the play was there. They had Ethan Graves, the disguise man. They snapped it. He dropped back into coverage. Just not able to capitalize on that tackle there. And what should have went for a loss went for a big gain, and now Clay County has all the momentum as they're sitting here on the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Eagles 40-yard line, 1st and 10, and absolutely that was one they had them for maybe a small gain. It would have been 4th and 10. Now it's 1st and 10 on the Eagles side of the field for Adams and company. As Adams takes the snap, it's another high one, but he hands it off inside on the draw, and he is going to get a couple finished off by Hunter Gray and looking to see who that one is. Probably Dylan Cook, who has a very dirty jersey right now because he's been active all night long.
He has great job right there by Hunter Gray because he had a full head of steam. Hunter Gray, he just hung on for the ride.
The Eagles' defensive line were coming after the quarterback, and it was just one of those that the running back ran with the ball right by him as they were going downhill. And so great job by Dylan Cook and Hunter Gray with that tackle. So with 8:50, Adams takes the snap. 2nd and 8. He's going to keep it and throw that slant, and he's going to overthrow his brother Nolan Adams by about 1 yard, and we're going to have 3rd and long again.
And you know, he was open, but he was able to miss it. But it was a tight window. Cade Perry was there, that safety over top of him. So, you know, it seems like this drive has happened so many times where the Eagles are getting backed up 3rd and long, but they're just not able to get that final play to get them off the field.
That's certainly been a struggle here tonight as Clay County with their talented athletes on the outside, especially those Adams brothers and Aiden Soto, have really caused some trouble for the Eagles. And so it'll be interesting to see as Adams is in the shotgun. There's a snap. He fakes a handoff to Nolan Adams. Coming from behind, and it's complete to Soto. And he is tackled by Forsman, but that's enough for another 1st down for the Clay County Bulldogs.
You know, that was a great scheme right there by Clay County. They had a guy in the flats. They had a guy that ran a post, which took the safety's eyes off of him, and that left Forsman in a lose-lose situation. He either goes to get the guy in the flats, or he has to go on that wheel route where they threw it to, and nothing you can do about that right there.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs. There's a snap. He fakes the handoff. He's going to run it himself on that left side. Cuts back upfield. There is a flag down at the line. He is brought down by Forsman after a gain of about 5.
I think this one has a good chance of coming back. And yes, it will. It'll be holding. So that'll back Clay County up 10 yards. So they'll have it 1st and 20 in Eagles territory.
So it'll be 1st and 20. We have 8:08 left to go.
I think that ball will be placed around the 33-yard line.
Where Clay County will, right now they've had no problem making big chunks. And so, I mean, as he as number 28 comes back in the game, that's Worm Smith for Clay County. 2 receivers, 1 to the left, 1 to the right for Nate Adams. There's a snap, looking deep here to the right side. Trying for his brother. He's going to just miss it. He had him over Forsman.
Nolan Adams, you said it right. He had him. Beautiful pass right there, too. Landed right in the breadbasket, and he dropped it in the end zone.
I don't think we want to have that happen very more times and live to tell the story.
No, you do not. You got away with one right there, because I'm sure Nolan Adams wish he had that opportunity to catch that pass back.
So it's 2nd and 20 now. 7:47 remains. 13-6 in favor of the Eagles. There's a snap. Adams looking right, comes back into the pocket, is going to roll out to the right side, throwing it up over the top. Forsman's there and going to defend it well.
Clean play right there. I don't see any flags on the field. And
no, we talked about the pass interference call that was for sure earlier. That one definitely wasn't. Forsman certainly played the ball, and it is incomplete pass.
And on the far sideline from us, that play right there, Coach Harris was running up the sideline begging for a timeout. The official didn't see him, and the play was already snapped. So I wonder what Coach Harris saw right there that he didn't like.
So it is we're going to call it 3rd and 18 is what the board says over to our left. 7:37 to go here in the game. Eagles lead 13-6.
You know, they've had a couple of 3rd and longs that were able to convert so far this drive. But 3rd and 18, that's the longest down and distance they've had so far. So expect to see the pass right here.
Nate Adams in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. There's a snap. Rolling out towards his right. Coming from behind is number 15, Martin. He finally forces out ahead. And Soto does run over Gray, but then he is run over by Grant Lilly.
And, you know, he had a couple of routes developing down the field.
Now, there's a flag back here. It is a hold on Clay County. And here things really get interesting because you know they're probably going to go for it here. And it would be 4th down and give them some progress here as opposed to pushing back another 10 out of it. We know Coach Perry's general trend is taking the down and going to 4th down, but I don't know, Luke.
I think you have to accept this here because it's 4th and manageable, and they've proven that they can get some big chunk plays. So we'll see what his decision is here. I think you take the penalty.
And it looks like he is. I'll tell you what, though. Matthew Martin had a bead on the quarterback.
He came out there and he delivered a hit that's going to hurt come Saturday morning. And down there in the end zone, Nolan Adams had split the safeties and he was wide open in the end zone. But the pressure from Matthew Martin, he didn't have time to get it down there. So he had to take his check down, which ended up being a success for the Eagles.
So it is 3rd and very long. We're going to call it from the board, 3rd and 28 from the 41-yard line of the Eagles. He does take the penalty and the yardage here and pushes them way back. Nate Adams in the shotgun brings his running back right beside him. The snap is high and a little out of his hands, and he's going to be hit from behind. And they're going to say incomplete pass. Hunter Gray with the pressure, almost the Slim Chicken sack. And the Eagles did the right things. Go get the football and let the referee tell you that it's done.
And now you're sitting here, Coach. You're backed up again.
They're going to call intentional grounding on the quarterback. I don't know. I thought that would have been more earlier than this one because I thought he had someone to throw to. It may not have been an eligible receiver, though. I couldn't speak to that.
He had 62.
Well, that's ineligible.
Yeah, that good call by the officials then. However, the Clay County head coach, Bruce Lamb, he's not a fan of that call.
Yeah, he's having a cow. And so it is a loss of down.
So we'll see.
And so it is 4th, and the board says 40.
And that's 23 back to return for the Westmoreland Eagles. That's Aaron Freeman. He is.
Adams takes a snap. Kick is away. Ball bounces at the 17. And, man, goodness. I'm getting as far away from that as possible.
And there's confusion now.
And I don't know, and we're here right by the coaches of Clay, and I think they're right. I thought touch Aaron Freeman.
Yes, but what you didn't see is the Clay County gunner kicked the ball into Aaron Freeman's hands.
Okay, then if that's the case, then it stays how it is. But if you're Aaron Freeman, don't go anywhere close to the play.
Yeah, he is the freshman, though, Coach.
I know, and I'm glad to see him out there, and he is very talented and athletic if he's going to get a spot like that. Jacob Richardson sends 31 in motion. 31 cuts back up. That's Robert Todd. Loss on the play.
And, that right there, Robert Todd, he's my buddy, but he just doesn't have the speed that Cooper White has. So he doesn't have the speed to break it around that outside. He has to look for the holes that the offensive line has to create for him, and there was no hole right there.
So we're going to give it a loss of 2 for the senior running back. 6:25 left to go. Once again, we'll keep an eye out for Cooper White, but you imagine he might not be getting a whole lot of other action unless it gets to a third down. I think he might come back out third down, but we'll see. As Jacob Richardson, is going under center. Takes the snap, hands it off inside. That is to Todd again. Todd's going to get a couple more yards this time. He'll get about 3 on the play. Get it to third, and we're going to call it 9.
You're going to get it here to 3rd and 9, 3rd and backed up. At this point, honestly, if I'm the Eagles, I'm just trying to drain as much time as I am. And without Cooper White, you're going to have to trust your defense unless you get something here.
I think they are, and this is one of those times where I'm wondering if they are taking advantage of their weapon in Peyton Dickens.
Yeah.
And wanting to get Peyton a shot to boot this one away on the punt.
And they're going to bring in Clyde Benson here, which is actually interesting because he is one of the faster guys on this team. So we'll see what
Richardson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Richardson's going to keep it himself. He's going to take a shot right at the line. There is a flag down. And there's another flag that was dropped because I think there's an unsportsmanlike conduct on there. There is a hold on the Eagles.
I think that hold was on Cook on the right side of that line, but I think there's another penalty. We'll see what this one is. They might offset.
I'm interested to see if there's something else on that. I know there is a hold there.
Richardson
so
did
a
take
hold
a hit.
On Westmoreland is going to be declined, and it's 4th down. So he was not throwing a second flag. He was just replacing it where the spot was. So it is 4th and about 7. And they're going to run the clock. And like we said earlier, Luke, I think they are going to let this run down, take the timeout right at the 1 second.
And
and let's give Peyton a chance to boot it.
We'll see how far the return man, he's lining up. Return man's going to be Nolan Adams. Dixon's standing at around the 10.
Dickens takes the snap, it is low, but he boots it. It's a low line drive this time. Bounce at the 45. Adams is going to come up to it, and it's going to stop dead in his tracks just at the 40. Maybe just inside the 40. And the Eagles, I think, tried the same trick Clay County did earlier on the last punt, and nothing doing on it. So it's 4:35 to go, and the Eagles defense is going to have to stand tall one more time. I'll remind you, each week throughout the 2023 Sumner County High School football season, the attorneys and staff at Phillips and Ingram are proudly supporting the Most Outstanding Player of the Game award, given to the player chosen by our broadcast crew whose effort and performance most impacted the outcome of tonight's game. The winner will be announced during the post-game wrap-up. Thanks to Phillips and Ingram for supporting Sumner County High School football on the WHIN Broadcast Network. So at 4:35, still much to be decided as the Eagles lead 13-6. Adams in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his right. There's a snap. The running back's going to go out wide to the right, and he's going to be met by Peyton Dickens. Daniel Forsman is in there as well, and there's going to be a loss on the play. Great job by the senior end.
Yeah, that's one thing the Eagles have done so good tonight. When they get a guy back in that backfield, it's like a swarm. and they were able to swarm there tonight. And, you know, Cooper White, he's still on the sideline. He's not coming back out, and this just shows you how much trust they have in the young Matthew Martin.
Absolutely. And so 4 minutes. 13-6 in favor of the Eagles. 2nd and 15. Adams takes the snap. Going to hand it. It's going to be fumbled on the double reverse. Reached and grabbed, and I believe recovered.
Pacey Staples forced the fumble, recovered the fumble, signaled that he recovered the fumble, and the Eagles have taken over possession. 3:46 left to go, and everything going Westmoreland's way.
What a play by Pacey Staples, and of course it's one of those, we have to mention the bookending of this game, that he started the game with a fumble on the kickoff and may have sealed it with a fumble force and a fumble recovery here with 3:46 to go on the Clay County 23-yard line.
He has redeemed himself, and he has sucked all the life out of this Clay County crowd as you look over and every member on the Westmoreland bleachers is standing right now.
All right, Jacob Richardson in the shotgun. He's got Grant Lilly right beside him. Robert Todd out wide to the left, as is Vincent. Richardson's going to take it. He's going to run it himself, cut upfield, and he'll get about 5 yards on the play.
And he took a hit right there again. He's been taking some hits so far this game. And to pick up a 5 right there, you know, that's exactly what you want. The clock is ticking. You're staying ahead of the chains, and you're driving deep into Clay County territory. And it looks like a couple of Clay County members taking a knee, trying to get a breather here before they get back up on this ball. And I think now, Coach, worst case scenario, you're in Peyton Dickinson's range.
Is 2nd and 6. 10 seconds to go as the Eagles break the huddle towards the line of scrimmage. Richardson under center, takes the snap, hands that to Lilly. Lilly pushes forward. Not a whole lot of room there for him to run. And Clay County needs to take a timeout to stop this clock. Down 13-6. We'll take it with them here on WHINradio.com. 2 losses to Beach and Gallatin. Hopefully they will turn things around soon. Richardson takes a snap, hands it off, or he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to just fall down there on the grass to keep that clock running. Clay County will call another timeout. I'll remind you that Pony Mailbox and Business Center in Gallatin and Hendersonville proudly sponsors our season-long post-game wrap-up. Pony Mailbox and Business Center is your go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. So stay with us right after the game for highlights and a look ahead. PonyMailboxCenter.com. I'd be interested to try a field goal here as well, as Richardson sends Cook in motion. Richardson rolling out to the left, trying to get out wide right. He's got some room to run towards the pylon. Jacob Richardson in for the Trifecta Nazarene touchdown.
Penalty marker.
But of course, there's a penalty flag a little ways back, and we're going to back this one up. Come on, man.
And that'll move from the 18 to about the 28, and now we're teetering on the edge.
I had the call perfect too. That's the other thing. So now we're going to push this back out. I really, once again, I still don't think you do. I think
you got to try and at least try the kick here, Coach. You know, he's got a leg on him.
I know he does, but everything has been low today. Everything he's kicked, he hasn't gotten anything up in the air. The one PAT looked good at the very beginning. Everything else, every kickoff and the other PAT have all been low. And so I don't know if that would be the best plan from where we are right here.
I mean, even if you do miss it, though, as long as it's not blocked, you know.
It goes to the 20.
It's really.
Which actually means they lose a yard.
It's not that big of a deal, though.
I don't know if I don't know if it's outside. I think it goes back to where it was. If it was beyond the 20, they kicked it. It goes back to the 20 like a touchback. There goes Richardson. Almost stumbled and lost it. He is going to keep it. He's just going to go to the ground and keep it safe. But it is going to be turned over back on downs with 2:22 remains. Back in the hands of Clay County.
And, you know.
And so Clay County will get the ball back down by 7, 2:22 to go, and your defense is ready to go.
You know, I'm in the booth and not on the field, and if that was me, I probably would have took the field goal kick, but this defense, they got to rally here.
I might have taken on that first one. I know when Richardson did run around for the touchdown, taking it then. But now you got to trust your defense as Adams in the shotgun takes a snap. Blitz coming from the corner, trying to get up behind him, throws it out, throws it high to Nolan Adams, and it's going to be out of bounds. He was guarded there by Forsman.
And, 2:16, one timeout. Time is now working against Clay County. And they're backed up at their own.
In ways, yes, but it's not to the emergency part yet, as they can get back and line it back up and spike it. They have plenty of ways that they can control starting and stopping the clock. And with a talented quarterback like Nate Adams, this is still a lot of time. 2nd and 10. There's a snap. Adams going to keep it, looking for that slant once again. Has it, and is going to be incomplete. Guarded by Matthew Martin.
Good play right there by Matthew Martin, who has stepped up in Cooper White's shoes. Good pass there by Nolan Adams, though. He hit his receiver right where he needed to hit him. And that's happened quite a few times today. They've just not been able to come down with these catches. That time, the pass is intended for Reese Adams.
So it's now 3rd and 10 for Nate Adams. And once again, you're going to have to do it in 2 downs. You are not punting right now.
And I tell you what, they're keeping it in the family between Nolan, Nate, and
really?
Reese Adams.
Yes. I mean, that's been all night long with them, and Aiden Soto and Leighton Brown and Andrew Smith has mixed in a couple. As Aiden Soto is here wide to the right now. There's the snap. Rolling out to his right. Steps back up into the pocket. Throws it short. It's going to be complete. Tackled there by Martin.
Good play right there by Martin. He was aware of where the chains were.
Now so the receiver is still down on the ground. It is going to be 4th down and 4 for Clay County.
So I know in the NFL.
No, the answer is no.
No.
The answer is no. I know where you're going with that question. The answer is no. And so he is, looks like it is a cramp. And so we'll keep it here just for a moment. Nate Adams in the shotgun. He's got receiver to his left, receiver to his right. That looked awful awkward, but it's finally snapped. Look at that flat route out. It is complete to Reese Adams, and he's going to hold on to it and stay up, and he is stripped by Grant Lilly and recovered by number 56, Ethan Graves on the play. I don't know if you wanted him getting up and running with that.
Wow, Coach.
He somehow stayed up. I don't know how he didn't go down the first time.
I don't know how he did either, but what a punch right there by Grant Lilly, and that reminds me of Peanut Tim and the Peanut Punch. Lilly just forced it right out of there, heads up play with the Eagles to get on it. And in a game that's been crazy up until this moment, the ending has followed suit.
It was, this similar thing to last year, that this game is crazy just about every time you turn around. And so it does not surprise me here. What a forced fumble tackle there at the end by Grant Lilly. So Richardson is in the shotgun, sends Todd in motion. Richardson's going to keep it, run around that right side. He's going to be decked. And I don't really want him taking many more of those shots, but because he took a big one for a loss of 6 on that play. And with that, Clay County is going to call a timeout. We'll take it with them here on WHNradio.com.
Clay County, like you said, they're
and
out of timeouts.
it's one of those, Luke, do the math. It's 40 seconds. Kneel
and
twice.
40 times 2 is 80.
That's a minute 20.
That's a minute 20, and if you look at the clock, it's a minute 15.
Yes. So Westmoreland is going to take a timeout here. I mean, yes, I know I'm the math teacher, but I make sure I'm right. It's 40 seconds on a completed down. 25 seconds after a timeout, 40 seconds. And so the Eagles are now in the victory formation. Richardson going to go under center. Takes a couple steps back and kneels.
And in a game that has not disappointed so far, a photo finish has the Westmoreland Eagles are going to be exiting 1-1.
So the clock does continue to tick down as we are now under a minute. We're going to be ready to go to the Pony Mailbox postgame wrap-up. Normally, Luke, you and I like doing about a 10, 15-minute wrap-up. I think we're going to shorten that one tonight. We're going to do our basics. We're going to talk about our head as well as the Player of the Game Award for Phillips and Ingram. We will get those in. Once again, we're going to forego the extra point tonight. You got plenty of my extra thoughts here this evening already. As Richardson goes under center. Lost a snap, but he is able to dive on it and get back on the ground and just leave it to tonight to have a way to end the game that way.
Fumbles, they've been plentiful so far this season, and that's going to have to be something that gets fixed before we go into any regional opponents.
Absolutely. Absolutely is. And so as that clock sounds, and that will end the game. Final score, your Westmoreland Eagles land in the win column for the first time on the season, winning 13-6 here over the Clay County Bulldogs. Don't go away. We'll be right back with some words from your sponsors as well as the Pony Mailbox postgame wrap-up here on WHNradio.com.